Thank you so much for staying with us, everyone. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has returned to the country after a few days of his official trip to Germany. While he was away, Nigerians back home here were speaking about the interview granted by his wife, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, to the BBC. Here is a portion of what she said when she was asked about the ongoings within the ranks of government.
Complaints upon complaints. I decided to tell him, but all the same, a lot of people have been coming on their own and also collectively to tell him that things are not going the way it should. That is when it comes to like putting people in certain positions, because most of these people that are occupying some agencies, number one, nobody knows them. Number two, they don't know our manifesto, our party manifesto. They don't know what we campaign for. They were not part of us completely. They don't have a mission. They don't have a vision of our APC. I have my own right, to say how I feel about something. If it continues like this, I'm not going to be part of any movement again, because I need to work with the people that we have started the journey collectively as a teamwork, so that we can achieve what we want to achieve, so that he will leave a legacy.
Have you told your husband all this?
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
The President Muhammadu Buhari has reacted to that interview, and he reacted in Berlin, in Germany. And this is what has generated loads of reactions across the world. The tone and the undertone of what the president said, whether or not it was a joke. When he was asked about his wife's comments, here, what the president said at first.
I don't know which party my wife belongs to, but she belongs to my kitchen and my living room and the other room. It's not easy to do away with your opposition or people who have not followed you along your campaign trail. I hope my wife will remember that I was in the field for 12 years. I tried 3 times. The first time, I managed to succeed, and I ended up the first 3 times, ending up in Nigeria Supreme Court. So I claim superior knowledge over her and the rest of the opposition, because in the end I have succeeded.
Well, that's a statement attributed to what you heard the president say, that the wife belonged to the kitchen, has generated a lot of controversy. Some were saying that it is politically incorrect. Some people have said that the president perhaps was joking. The senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Mr. Garba Shehu, whom we have invited on this program tonight, but up until now he has not shown up in our studio, has said that the president was merely joking about this matter. But it doesn't look like the president was joking about this matter, and this is why I said so. Yes, it doesn't look so. Take a listen to the DW interview when the journalists asked the president about that comment. Listen to what the president said.
I'm sure you have a house. You know where your kitchen is. You know where your living room is.
Yes.
And I believe your wife is to look after that, even if she is working.
And so that is your wife's function. It is to
look after me.
Well, that's what the president as a comment when he was asked, what do you really mean? That was his response. Well, a lot of people will say, maybe we misinterpreted, or some people are misinterpreting what the president said, but there is a historical and there's an antecedent to all this matter. Let me remind you of what the Senate president said some months ago on the fact that there are people in the government right now that are taking over, or what he has said, government in government. Let me quickly show you a quote from what the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, has said. He said, what has become clear is that there is now a government within the government of President Buhari that has seized the apparatus of the executive powers to pursue a nefarious agenda. Looks so much like what the wife of the president is concerned about. Those who were with them initially are no longer with them, and people who are strange to the cause when they were in campaigning and when they were on the street and in the sun are not the same people benefiting in government. Well, the governor of Imo State and the chairman of the APC Governors Forum has been reacting. He was with the president on that trip in Berlin, and this is what he has to say in defense of the president, of course.
I've read the interview of the First Lady, and I was there when the Mr. President made that comment. I think both interviews and comments were taken out of context. And again, I can understand when the international communities speak on this matter because of the woman right and all that is going on right now in the whole world. But I tend to believe that Nigerians will understand the situation better than any other persons in the world, because I do not think that those were the intentions as been described on social media and has been described by all and sundry and those condemning the act. If there's a clarion call by all to say, Mr. President, look into your cabinet and bring in more people, there's nothing wrong for Mr. President to take note of the comments by people. Because if everyone keeps saying the same thing, then there might be sense in what they're saying. But that is not really the situation that should create for a big hullabaloo, if you like, this big thing we're all attracting to it. Most part of the people in the party feel that they have not been carried along. I know that so many people in the party who work for the party are complaining every day, and they want the board appointment released so they'll be calm. The people from the southeast are saying they have not been appointed, and some people from the northeast are saying they have not been appointed. Even some people in the northwest, where the president comes from, some local government and villages are saying they have not been remembered.